Hello and welcome back to CookieRunOvenBreak with Alzubai Galcon, and in this episode, this is the final episode recording about the team fight battle for the Millennial So if you haven't watched the previous episodes, well, the link will be at the top right of the screen. Anyway, I make this recording as I already watched the next update, which happens to be the 6th anniversary update, and there's a lot of things to talk about here, so unfortunately I cannot show you the actual video because I might get copyright claim by Devsisters or anything like that. So here's my commentary of the actual update if you like. So first thing first, it's the newest game mode in town for the next update, which called itself Raid Run. I looked at it, and the people who are played this game longer than me say that it looks like the spelunking expeditions, which a lot of people liked. Unfortunately, I cannot judge that because I have no experience of that event whatsoever. So yeah, it will be interesting to see the teamwork that we'll put in, and I will certainly make a video about that, as well as something that I actually promised, which is the tutorial video about CookieRunOvenBreak itself. I'm not be the best at explaining it, but I'll try my absolute best at it. Now back to the raid run itself. Looks like it's gonna be really interesting because we can attack the boss by using our skill, and by doing that you have to do a bunch of objectives, and also you can raise the level of cookies, I guess, in case of like the attack, defense, and so on. Looks like it will be an interesting event, but I cannot judge it at first because I never experienced it before, so let's give it a shot. And also you can use the results that you can get by using chests to upgrade your attacks, that sort of thing. That's pretty standard actually in case of like an RPG game. So anyway, let's move on into the next stuff, which is the Curious Rainbow Mine event, which is I don't know, I say it's a blessing in disguise, or it can be a curse for me, because I actually passed the Grand Champions League all the way until round 3, which means I can get the key to unlock the ultimate challenge about like the post end game content. So, and also there's also another reward for the cookies saying things regarding the 6th anniversary event, but that's pretty much it. Not the update, but the whole things related to Grand Championship League itself. And also they will introduce an event where it can help people growing up their legendary cookies, although they never say what kind of event it was. So yeah, it's gonna be huge, definitely, considering that I actually have quite some of them, the legendary cookie that I have already maxed out, such as Sea Fairy cookie, Moonlight, Wind Archer that already maxed, and then the dragons, which was Lychee, Lotus, and Longan. So hopefully, despite the rest of the legendaries is being out of meta, like Fire Spirit, which is receiving buff a few months back, as well as Millennial 3 cookie, that will certainly come in handy. And also don't forget the pets as well. I hope they do manage to realize that. And also the personal favorite of mine was they bringing back the Tower of Frozen Waves event, which is something that I really wanted to experience yet, because it looks like it's gonna be lots and lots of fun. And oh yes, the 3rd anniversary event, also they bring it back with the birthday and firecracker cookie as well. So yeah, this update is gonna be huge. They will be carrying like tons of rewards, tons of rainbow crystals and rainbow cubes, I mean crystals, and bunch of coins, which we all definitely going to be needed. So next in line, Blue Lily cookie is finally playable after we wait for a month, and thankfully not 2 years, unlike some other cookies in this case. I'm looking at you, Aloe and Lilac. And next up is the treasure itself. I think it's called butterfly brooch or something. So basically this treasure will spawn 2 butterflies, and if you collect 2 of them, they will like making much more jellies. And that actually brings me question, what happens if I miss one of them? If the player miss one of the butterflies, will that also makes the points will just like reduce by half? And also what happens if somehow the player managed to fail collect both of them? Will it get like recharged back? Like I don't know, let's just say it works like, oh, I kind of forgot what's the name of the treasure, but it's the clamp one, which will spawn pearl jellies if you collect it. But the way that the pearl treasure works is you touch it and then you touch it again, and then it will finally spawn in the pearl jellies. However, if you miss even just one of them, the clamp treasure there will basically just respawn back with the same kind of knowing that the player has already touched it X number of times. Or maybe it's one of those, I don't know how to explain it, but basically the butterfly will attract itself into the player, and they will eventually just collect it, regardless of if you can't miss both of them. Next up, costumes, the one thing that we all be waiting for. Surprisingly, it's Matcha Cookie that received another costume. Considering that she is one of the cookies that is never to have its own trial. I mean, considering that, and also the super epic costume, that one for Matcha is the epic one. Another one actually, I think this is the second one since I forgot what's the name of the costume, but basically Matcha Cookie has one epic costume, and this is another epic one apparently. And now Rambutan Cookie, Millennial Pathfinder. I'm not gonna lie, she is so pretty. I don't know what to choose actually. Should I change the costume that I have that I managed to grind all the way through in the Champions League, or should I just change it to this one? I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below. And also there's the another costume for the pet itself. I'm not really interested in that, despite because basically you have to kind of pay even if you manage to collect all of the missions. Complete all of the missions. So, and also the pet costume itself doesn't change the performance of Blue Lily Cookie itself. And one last but not least, the biggest news, I can guarantee you that in this update, Millennial 3 finally, for the very first time since forever, he gets a buff. Oh my god, the whole community hypes for this for I don't know how long, 5 years, I guess, 5-6 years. Finally, he got a costume, and hopefully, and also magic candy, and hopefully that the magic candies items to make the magic candy itself is incredibly hard. But I hope so, because we all be terrified about the timekeeper one. Ooh, that one was absolutely brutal, like the amount of grinding itself. And yeah, also hopefully Millennial Cookie finally gets a cookie trial that he so rightfully deserves. And the costume itself, not gonna lie, I really love the design, and let's just hope that Millennial 3 Cookie doesn't get a nerf for the second time, because Millennial 3 Cookie only ever was overpowered for like the very first time it got launched, and after like a month or so he gets absolutely nerfed to oblivion. And with that latest and biggest news about the costumes right out of the window, now it's time to focus on the changes that Devsisters will bring into this update, and which is the complete rework of the laboratory creation. I don't know what it's called, but basically it's something that I will kind of explain to you in the CookieRun tutorial video when the update finally comes out. Thankfully, my material regarding to like creating things in laboratory is going to be much easier because they decided to simplify the entire production line. And last but not least, we shall talk about the acorn jelly set that they also promoted in this update, which I'm not really interested into that. But what I do interested about is the 6th anniversary bucket set, which Devsisters shared it through their codes at the end of the video. And I've actually inserted that code and gets the skin for the jellies itself, so it affects every jellies on the field. So like by that I mean the basic jellies, the red bear jellies, the blue bear jellies, the yellow one, the huge one, and as well as the rainbow ones. And that will become more apparent when I show you some trials, especially on Blue Lily Cookie and Millennial tree itself. That's definitely the place where I will show it to you through the gameplay itself. And if you are really interested in those 2 brand new cookie trials, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss out when I finally put those 2 cookie trials on this channel. Everything is free, so you won't pay anything, and it make me really happy and this channel grow and flourish even more. So that wraps up everything that this update provides. I'm looking forward to it, and especially for the raid run event as well as the Tower of Frozen Wave. Really, I know it's a rerun, but this is the one event where I wanted to experience it for myself. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that this update needs to be speaking of. So back to the actual thing that this video showed you, which is I finally managed to grind so far throughout off screen, and now I'm currently doing a promotion to get into the legend rank itself. To be honest, it's actually going quite well for me, but this particular run, oh my god, it was such a mess. I don't know what happened, but I think like the entire enemy team just basically assault me from start to finish, and like the deal that doesn't really help either. Oh, everything just goes so horribly wrong. Like, oh my god. I think like the entire enemy team is basically putting strikes on me. Stop striking me! Oh Christ! Just stop! Just let me run in calm, in peace. Right now, I'm beginning to think that the enemy team is basically kind of communicate within each other, kind of like when you use Discord or TeamSpeak or that kind of sort of stuff. Because like throughout this match, that they like really systematic in terms of like when to attack and when to defend. So come on, I'm still quite doing fine, but it could be much better. Oh come on, it's back on me, really? Come on, come on. No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not really good. Thank you so much. Oh no, no. Oh no, thanks. No, that I missed all of them. No, no. Oh, this is bad. Like this is supposed to be easy as hell, but oh no, I've screwed up so incredibly hard. Oh boy, like oh god. Right, 4 fight, 2 win, 2 losses. This time, it had to be a victory. And this is one of the brand new maps. Is the one with General Jujube, but the community basically found out that Tiger Lily is actually the better strat for easier gameplay, I guess. doesn't look any easier whatsoever, considering one of the enemy team is basically like in the legendary rank in the previous season of Champions League. Oh no, what if I'm not really confident, and as I walk through this stage, and yeah, I'm not confident. Well, I'm confident, but I'm not as confident as I could be. So let's just hope that this one will finally bring me into the legend rank itself, and not end up stuck in the rest of the rank itself. Because like the changes that Devsisters made into this this team fight event, it's not a good one. I really hate it when they decided to cap out how many kind of cash, I guess, like points that you can get in terms of what things you can buy in the shop. Because everything that I have, well, I purchased everything in the shop. So to me, there's not really an incentive to like really grinding your way through. I mean, sure, I managed to get into the top legendary rank. I think I ended up, where was I? It was on the I think I was on the top 10% or some sort of 5%. I cannot forget where I ended up on the previous team fight event. But basically, I was so far ahead of this. I think yeah, I was so far ahead of this. In fact, I actually reached this into just before legendary rank. I think just a couple of days into the event. Anyway, this is where I just realized that everything that it needed to happen, it did happen. Like, it goes absolutely perfectly. I might not realize it at the time, but this run was basically one of the best, if not the best team fight run that I ever had. Just look at it. Yeah, I'm sure I ended up in 5th, but this might be it. This might be it. I mean, considering the last place is on the enemy team, which is in the 6th place. Okay, 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Ooh, look at that for a margin of victory. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh, legendary rank. Here we go. Let's go. I have been waiting and trying for so long to get this thing. So anyway, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is the final episode of Battle for the Millennial Forest. I'm Ultra Galcon signing off. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.